live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's the unexpected thrill of a lifetime. Brought to you by the evil Carousel. I'm your host, Dan Fisher. We got a spectacular show for you today. This is the best thing that's ever happened to you. It's 9 a.m. Monday. Don't hit that snooze. You're sitting at work, you're bored already, and you go, damn, the show is on. This guy's been posting. I'm listening to the premiere. Let this be a lesson to you all. 9 a.m. Monday. Listen on the way home if you have to. This is probably the best thing you can do on a Monday morning. Even better than breakfast. Fuck the eggs. No more ham and eggs. Just the unexpected thrill of a lifetime. We got no respect for Monday. It's sunny, but the high is only 32 today. So button up, Buttercup. We got slammed by the snow. What a heck of a storm. If you were in Philadelphia, we got about 8 to 10 inches. But if you're at my old stomping grounds, Allentown, well, they were looking at 28. I saw 32 inches in Nazareth. Bam! It's crazy. That was a sound check. I hope you're paying attention. Because we're going to ride this roller coaster up into the heavens, and then we're going to bust through the ground and go through the Earth's core. We're not coming out of China. Like I said, we got a great show for you today. We got FFN News. This is fake news, folks. But we're going to present it to you like you've never heard it before. We got the funnel. That's right, a new product. We'll tell you a little bit more about that in a little bit. But after that, we got the meat. It's part of the show that I think is actually called, now that I think about it, the beef. The beef, the meat, whatever you want to call it. Leave a comment, let me know. But that's the main part of the show. That's where we go deep. We talk about some deep shit. We reach into our pockets. We pull out the bullshit. Maybe a button, some lint. Maybe a paper clip. Who knows why that's in there, but we're looking at it. We got the pizza tour. That's right. Next place to check out. Good pizza. Usually it's round, but I'm coming at you with a square. We'll talk about that later. We got a call from the robot. Einstein. He's got some corny ass jokes, but I let him on the show anyway because, why not? We're going to be talking some Philly shit. Our new video of the week is also about the funnel. But again, we'll get to that in a little bit. But anyway, strap yourselves in. You got a bad feeling about this, Han Solo? Well, let's blast off. Alrighty. This week's FFN News is brought to you by The Funnel. Tired of peeing behind a tree? Tired of waiting until we can make a stop at the next exit? Well, now men and women can go wherever because it's the funnel. The most fun you'll ever have with your flow. In fact, we put the fun back in funnel, and that's F with two N's. Sort of like FFN News, but anyway. Like I said, we put the fun back in funnel. It's the first ever on-the-go funnel. It's the most fun you'll have with a funnel, in fact. This isn't, pouring more oil in your car. All you gotta simply do is pull out the funnel, find a good spot, and then just plug up the hole in the bottom with your finger. That's right. It only takes one finger to use this product. And folks, sanitation kit not included. So, this is a great time during the pandemic to stock up on your hand sanitizer and your, whatever the fuck. But it's a great product, and I suggest you check it out. And it's going to be our video of the week. The video of the week posts on Friday. Let's say noon. And then you got the podcast on Monday. It's unbelievable. You get all this entertainment. I can't even believe it. I might have to pack up after this and call it a day. But anyway, on to the next. Let's see. Today we got ourselves some FFN news. Oh, that sounds great. Who else is excited for this? Yeah, that's what I'm talking. And I know what you're thinking. Oh man, no, I hate the news. Alright, well, simmer down, you hear? Because we got all kinds of fun stuff. You can check out this stuff on our page at Evil Carousel at Instagram, but you knew that already. Citizens annoyed. All Phil wants to talk about is money and weather. We're talking about the groundhog, folks. That's right, Phil saw his shadow in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. Elderly scientist admits monkey mission just messing around. Waste of time. We had all this funding. We could have done some better projects, but what do you know? We sent a monkey into space. The statute of anyone caring seems to have run out. Giuliani suggests trial by wombat to overthrow the government. That's right. So far, all attempts have failed. And because of the trial coming up next week, he didn't actually want to say trial by combat. So now he's saying trial by wombat. Empty out the zoos. Yeah, what is going on there? The MyPillow salesman switches to snake oil. That's right, Mike Lindell, after pushing everyone's favorite hydroxychloroquine and saying the election was stolen and pushing herbal supplements that sell COVID, well, after much backlash, he decided it's time to sell the real deal. Let's get that snake oil. FFN Financial. One chief financial strategist says, who's going to pay for all this money? You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, folks, that seems to be all we've got for you in the FM news department. That was fun. Anyway, now we're going to get on to the next part of the show we call The Beef. Oh! I love this part. Just take a minute to take in this beat that was created in our mad scientist lab. I also like to turn up the echo by a lot. That's right, we're coming to you from the evil laboratory This is Evil Carousel. If you haven't noticed, I'm liking this echo. Alrighty. Let's back off from the technical difficulties. That's what we're going to call that. The Super Bowl's coming up this Sunday. Actually, it was yesterday. I'm just bringing it up because whether you're happy or you're unhappy, this was pre-recorded, so I don't actually know the results, but you do, chances are. Again, I don't know about you, but I'm pushing Brady in this household. I know some of you out there are going to say, oh, Tom Brady, but I got to support a fellow German. And you got to hand it to the guy. He wins as many Super Bowls as he does, and then he goes down to the Buccaneers. Like, when was he ever thinking about the Buccaneers? I don't know. Maybe Florida's the place to go, according to some. But he joins the team, brings on his buddy, Gronk, and then they're headed for the Super Bowl. I don't know. My money's on him because the Chiefs, I don't know. Look, I don't know anything about sports, folks, but I don't know who the Chiefs quarterback is. The coach of the Patriots refused the Medal of Honor from Donald Trump. That's right, folks. He wouldn't accept the medal from me. He wouldn't take it. I said, you know what? This is a terrific, beautiful thing you could be doing right now. But I think the real reason he didn't accept it was because he didn't have his boy Brady with him anymore. Or Gronk, you know. Maybe it's a trio. I just got an exercise bike. This is the real deal. Not exactly Peloton. But we're gonna fuck with it, and we're gonna try and lose some pounds, and I'm gonna keep you posted on how many I'm losing. This past week was Tim Heidecker's birthday. If there's any of you office hours listeners out there, it was a pretty good time. He was 45, and he reposted my Instagram post about him. So that was cool. But I'm bringing it up because he's 45. My dad, he lived to be 45 before he passed, so you know, it just gets somebody thinking like, oh, he's what? 15 years older than I am? God damn. Speaking of birthdays, happy birthday to my sister Rachel. Her birthday's coming up tomorrow, and, well, 19-year-olds will be 19-year-olds. What else can we say? We dug out finally. Damn, that was a lot of snow. But, you know, when you shovel out, I feel like it's like a gesture to everybody else, because people walk by your house all the time. You're doing a service for them. If you're that guy on the block that doesn't shovel the city walk, it's like, what are you doing? Everybody's looking at you like a sore thumb. I don't know. After all that chiseling away, I kind of understand the whole thing about, you know, saving your spot, putting a chair or a cone there, because that's a lot of hard work. And if you got a car that's not four-wheel drive, it's not like you're hopping back into any spot out there. Whatever. City problems, I guess, right? Sorry, Hicks. Know you're bored. But anyway, was a pretty good week. I'm feeling pretty good today. You know, I got up, shoveled my way out, put together an exercise bike. Was feeling manly as fuck. You know how we do. Played a little music. And here we are. I was like, God damn, I'm feeling like it's a podcast day. Like I said, I pre-recorded. It's ready to go. Sorry for banging the table. You know, Monday morning. Boom. It's going to be a podcast waiting for me. And you know, if you're feeling in kind of a iffy mood, that this is going to bring you back to reality. Well, I take that back. Stay away from reality. Just explore the unknown. As Jim Morrison, as Nietzsche said, once the doors of perception are cleansed, all things will appear as they truly are. Jim Morrison also said it, and that's why they named their band The Doors. They say Mercury's in retrograde. Keep your electronics close. Don't let them fuck with you. Remember what I said last week? We're all cyborgs, except we carry our brain around with us in our hand. And that reminds me, you probably saw it already, hopefully you did, but we had the robot. I had got a call from our buddy Einstein last week. This is kind of like a preview of what's to come. He called my place the other week, and this is what he had to say. Can you believe this guy? He left a message on my machine.
This is your friend, the robot. I just had to call you and remind you about that one fact that you got wrong yesterday. Ha, ha, ha. It's just, I was sitting at home and I just couldn't believe how wrong you were about that one thing. I just thought, how could anyone just be so wrong about that? I couldn't imagine being friends with someone like that any longer. I think I have to go and talk to my other friends now. Okay, goodbye.
What a jerk. He's always doing that shit. I'm like, man, don't you ever have anything nice to say? Whatever. Anyway, without further ado, you know him best. His name is Einstein, and he is going to come and tell us, I guess, some jokes. Oh, man, here we go. That's the siren, folks. You know what that means. That's our buddy Einstein. What do you gotta say? Hello? How do you throw a space party? I don't know. What do you do? You plan it. Ha ha. What is the best kind of dinosaur? None of them. They all died. What does Mickey use his telescope for? I don't know. What? To see Pluto. Ha ha ha. Alrighty, geez. Make sure you watch my video. Yes, I know. We played it for everybody already. Alright, well, folks. You know what that sound means. We gotta kick this guy out of here. Alright, buddy. We'll talk to you later. Anyway, back to the show. And we're back. You probably don't know it, but we just took a break. And we're back to the show now. We got the pizza tour. This week's pizza isn't round. It's Santucci's. I hope I'm saying that right. Santucci's Pizza. They got 4 locations: Broad Street, South 10th Street, Roxborough. Forget what the other one is. But it's a good pizza, man. It's square, comes in 2 sizes. They've been the original square since 1959. So I'm taking their word for it that they are the original, but I don't actually, I don't know it. But they got good food, and I would definitely check that place out. Now, I also wanted to talk about cheesesteaks because, in Philadelphia, the whole cheesesteak thing, that's what it's at. And if you ask me, I think the best place to get a cheesesteak is Jim's Steaks in South Street. I know a lot of people like their Pats and Geno's, but those are tourist spots. Trust me. Give that place a try, and also I'd say Philly Gourmet Steaks is good too. They're right on Market Street, right before the 95 entrance. For those of you who don't live anywhere near Philly, this has gotta be thrilling. But we're back, and we're gonna talk about politics for a second. This is the politics corner. Usually I go to no music or depressing music. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna keep it upbeat. We're gonna hit you with what I'm thinking about this week, and pretty much Giuliani, he's hilarious. He finds himself in so much dirt. He was on Steve Bannon's podcast. I'm not even gonna plug it because I don't even know the name of it. But he started saying that they had all this evidence coming up for the big trial, which is starting today, folks. That's right. This is a big time for TV, I thought Survivor coming was big, but we had the Super Bowl yesterday, and the trial of Donald Trump starts today, and then after this we're talking the COVID bill. Well, we got Rudy, on this podcast, and he starts saying that, the Capitol riot, Antifa was behind it. Antifa was peppered in. And then he said that he heard from an anonymous source from the Lincoln Project, who also worked for Mitt Romney, said that he was going to be coming forth with all this evidence, but the man wasn't going to speak himself because he was going to remain anonymous. And Steve Bannon said, dude, this is why you're always getting blown up and laughed at and all over the news. It's because you drop this shit, you call people out, and you got nothing to back it up. If you listen to our Rudy call on our YouTube, you'll see what I'm talking about. He's like a bewildered antelope running through the forest, the desert. I don't know where they roam. Man, I remember the beginning of the pandemic when I'd go and I'd watch those daily briefings, and Trump would just, go on and on and on. It was the shock opera. It was unbelievable. I knew it was all bullshit. And he's saying, listen, folks, what do you have to lose? It's hydroxychloroquine or I don't know. Just take it. What the hell do you have to lose? What the hell do you have to lose? I don't know. I don't get it. And then the stuff with the My Pillow guy, it's just like weird times. Weird times we're living in, folks. I'm telling you what, man. There is a whole new layer of consciousness being added to our society, and it's been going on for the last 4, 8, 10 years. We're being reprogrammed, and the internet has given us a new layer of consciousness, and we're reanalyzing and we're reworking everything. And you have the foot soldiers who are debating on social media and in the comments, going on and on and on. Nobody reads that shit, but these people are going back and forth, and living off the high of that energy, but we're rewriting the rules. We're figuring out what works, what doesn't work, how we want to treat people. Solving some injustice, hopefully. But I think all of this is growing pains. You know, we come out of the political winter and things start to blossom. Good things start to happen. I really do believe that. And if you're like, you know, this guy, he's a little positive and stuff, you know, I think it's chaos out there. I'm not a fan of this. Well, just sit back and just, you know, maybe just watch for a little bit, because we're not even like, what, 3 weeks into Biden? Anyway, I'll tell you what, folks. Put it on a shirt. I'm a Biden boy. I voted for him. But those of you who didn't, you're still my friends. And that's what's important, is about reaching out and saying, you know what? How you doing, man? Tell me about the real you. Give him a compliment. These people are just like us. I'm not talking about anyone in particular, just somebody maybe, you know, you haven't talked to in a while, or you never talked to before. It's never a better time than now. People are looking for something. That's why we came to you with this podcast. This is a product of Philadelphia, this podcast. We call it the Evil Carousel because life is like an evil carousel, you know? It goes up and down, around. Sometimes you're riding a crazy animal, and you hear this same blaring music going around over and over and over and over, kind of like this show. But don't worry, the music's going to change, and the music's going to get better. And the wild beast that you rode on today will be there for you next time too, slapping you on the back, saying, let's go. Let's do some shit. The dispensary's open. Let's go. The roads are clear. Grubhub's delivering again. Go Puff. All of it. Like I said, it's going to be a sunny day, so get your vitamins from the sun and channel that energy. You're going to need it for this week. There's going to be a lot of people watching this trial. Anyway, in the music department, I just want to say one thing. Brian Eno's got some crazy shit. If you ever look him up on YouTube, he's got some instrumental albums that I don't even know what I listen to, but it's great. Also, Moby's album, Play. It's over an hour of great music. A lot of it background, all different kinds. Check it out. I think it's good to listen to while you're studying or even while you're gaming and stuff like that. Anyway, I think that's all I got for today. For the Evil Carousel, the audience, FFN News, all the beautiful listeners, the Philadelphians. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about this? What do you want to hear more of? What do you hate? That's what I want to hear. What do you hate? Yeah, that would be great. Anyway, folks, without further ado, you know what the end of the show, we play the song that I wrote, and it's called the End of the Show song. And I'm going to play it twice this time. And the first time I'm going to sing along with it so that you know the words. But anyway, enjoy. Have a great week. You got a new video coming out on Friday. That's the video of the week. And then you know this podcast will be right there back at you on next Monday at 9 a.m. Here is the End of the Show song. This is the end of